Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is the 28th of August, 2024. Going to look at the stakes action on the program, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Join me this weekend for my Pacific Classic preview. Also, join me this weekend for my Jockey Club preview. In general, just join me on YouTube for some great racing. But this is the, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the final Wednesday program of the year here in New York on the NYRA circuit. But let's go out with a bang with this one as we're at the final week of racing here in New York, 6-day week ending Monday at Saratoga. But let's look at the opener, which is we're going to look at the stakes races 1 and 8. So the jumps race and the featured 8th race over the flat. The first race from Saratoga, it's the Michael G. Walsh Novice Stakes. Going for a purse of $100,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of, let's see, 8 horses going 3,800 meters or 2 miles and 3/8 over the chase course, which is also the inner turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the 1-horse Hidden Path. Let's go 1-4-2-6 in the superfecta. 1-4-2-6 super. Top selection of 1-horse Hidden Path. This 4-year-old gelding by Hardspun. Richard Hendricks trains, gets Hendricks up at the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came 27th of April. 2 miles and 1/8 in a main special weight hurdle, and the horse went by a neck that day, and he basically sat back early, jumped a fluid race, he quickened up nicely, and he went away with it. I thought that was a very good strong run. He went away with it. Small margin victory, but still, he was much in hand to get the job done. Refreshing your up in class against these novice horses. I think he could run a good race to win. He has forwardly pace, which I think should suit him well here in his last few races over the jumps, which here with the long run in from the final fence to the finish, I think that could really get him the job done here today. He ran a Camden prior to that 30th of March, 2 miles and 1/8 in a main special weight hurdle. Off the bench, he probably needed the race, finished 3rd by 7 lengths that day. He stalked, he moved a little bit late, he jumped well. Lightning Rod, who won, is a running back in this one today, just had the jump on him, but he did get around the race course well that day. And then prior to that, he was running over the flat on the care of Tom Pletcher Keelan. 5.5 furlongs in allowance race. He finished 7 by 6 1/4 lengths that day, and he just didn't show up that day. You know, going from 5.5 to 2 miles and 1/8 in the next start, you don't see that a lot, but this horse did it. His race on the care of Tom Pletcher last year, you know, he actually won a very nice allowance race in the summer of 2023 at Churchill. Came back to run it in the American Derby on dirt, where on turf at Alice, where he ran an okay 5th, and then his form just kind of went backwards. I think coming here to the longer trip, training well at Delaware, he could win. I think the 4-horse Recoup for Bestwick could win also. You know, his races in the UK weren't bad at all since coming to the jump, since being sold from the previous owners in France to the current owners in the UK. You know, in the care of Fergal O'Brien, won a very nice novice hurdle Ludlow back in October, and you know, had a decent place at Sedgefield against some lesser quality horses in March. Refreshing on this side of the pond at 8-1, he could win. I would use him in the early pick 3 that begins with this race. But to recap my selection for the opener from Saratoga, it's Michael G. Walsh Novice. Going to take the 1-horse Hidden Path. Give kudos to the 4-horse Recoup. 1-4-2-6 super. 1-4 in the multi race. We're going to head over to the featured flat race, the 8th race from Saratoga now, which is the P.G. Johnson Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000. Race for 2-year-old fillies. Field 10 horses entered. The 10 horses an MTO, so 9 will head to the inner turf course, the 1,700-meter journey, or mile 16th on the inner turf course. Rails are up at 18 feet. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 8 horse here, Merry and Bright. 8-3-2-9 for me in the superfecta. 8-3-2-9 super. Top selection, 8 horse, Merry and Bright. This 2-year-old filly by Hardspun. Michael Stidham trains. Florent Giroux gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing and only outing came 26th of July at Colonial. A mile on the inner turf course and main special weight for 62,000. And it was a success by a lot, winning by 3.5 lengths that day. He stalked, he got the lead. They were setting some, you know, pretty slow fractions, you know, 152 to the half, 116 3 3/4, harness times almost, but he stalked, he got the perfect lead, he quickened up nicely, he didn't went away with it. A bit of a slow race, a 54 buyer, but coming here today where he could rate a little bit, you know, the 2-year-olds really improve a lot with the second outing. I think this horse could get the job done. He's training quite nicely at Delaware since the last race. 4 furlong workout in 50-4, the 21st best workout 32, and a half mile and 50 flat, the 9th best workout of 19. You know, coming here to this race. I'm going to give him a shot at 8-1. I also think the 3-horse Good Conduct for Cherie DeVaux and Jose Ortiz could win also. Most recently going a mile 16th in the main special here, 23rd of August. So last week, this horse finished second by 3/4 length, and he just missed late, but he had a great turn of foot. I wonder if they're going to run him here today with the last race being Friday, because, he really ran terrifically that day. I think with the quick turnaround, I think he can find a good race to win. They tried him sprinting before that on debut, going 5.5 on the Mellon, where he finished 5th by 3.25 lengths that day, where he didn't get out of the gate. He moved a little bit late, but I just think he wants to go to the longer trip. He's going to get it today. He's bred for a mile through and through. At 6-1, let's use him. And I think the 2 horse, Virgin Colada for Chad and Flavian, was a winner on first asking on the 21st of July locally on the Center Turf course. Won by a half length. He was a little bit wide, but he had a great turn of foot with a 59 buyer that day. He's training well, quite well since the last race. At 2-1, let's use him in the late pick 4. These races, P.G. Johnson and the male counterpart tomorrow, the With Anticipation, are always some good races, they have very good British Cup implications as the seasons go on, so I think you want to go a little bit deep in these races. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Saratoga, now it's the P.G. Johnson, gonna take the 8-horse Merry and Bright, give kudos to the 3-horse Good Contact and the 2-horse Virgin Colada, 8-3-2-9 Super, 8-3-2 in the multi-race. Good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.